Hello and welcome to Formula Pulse's preview of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. There's just 2 races to go and 8 points in it in the Drivers' Championship between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, and we're at a new circuit for the second race in a row. It's also the first time this season where we could crown a champion at the end of the race. We're going to take a look at what to expect in Jeddah, who are the favourites, and the state of play in the championship standings. Now, where to start with this circuit? It does look like the circuit is going to be finished in time, and the finished product looks a bit like Silverstone and Monza if they were a street circuit where you can't overtake. It is incredibly high speed and it is the second longest circuit on the calendar behind Spa. Looking at the layout, a mistake here is going to be incredibly costly, which is to be expected when you've got this mix of high speed and close walls. And I think the chances of a safety car and or red flags in qualifying in the race is very high. And even though there are 3 DRS zones, I'd still expect overtaking to be incredibly difficult on this circuit. Now there is a DRS zone down the main straight, and into turn 1 there is a slight stop which could provide an opportunity to overtake. But for the rest of the lap, it looks to me like it's going to be very difficult to follow another car. The circuit is made up of these fast left and right kinks with little opportunity to beat someone on the brakes. Even the 2 DRS zones on the back end of the circuit, they're followed by fast corners. So actually you're going to have to be very brave to get an overtake done, and it's going to be incredibly risky with the wall so close. But we've been wrong before, and there was far more action in Qatar than we expected there to be as well, so who knows? Pirelli have said that their expectation for the race is that it's going to be a low grip circuit and tyre wear is going to be low as well, so we could be in for a one-stop strategy unless a safety car comes into play. The low grip and dusty surface with little runoffs is also likely to be a recipe for several incidents. I would expect to see more than one car in the wall by the end of the weekend. So who goes into Jeddah as favourites? Well, both Red Bull and Mercedes have said that the Silver Arrows go into this one with an advantage. They've won the last 2 races and Hamilton will have his engine from Brazil back in the car this weekend, with Toto Wolff calling it a spicy bit of equipment. But we can also expect Red Bull and Honda to throw everything at this one, having had 2 weeks to prepare following the triple header that came before. There have been murmurings that Honda may be looking to unlock some more speed for this weekend, but we'll have to see how close the teams are once we arrive on track on Friday. There are plenty of anomalies that could mix up the order as well. Firstly, it's a new circuit, so you can never be sure who it will suit, especially given the form book this season. And if the surface is low grip, could that be something that brings Red Bull back into play? We could also be in for a wild race with lots of safety cars, which again could throw up an unexpected result. Mercedes are favourites on paper, but I think we're in for far from a straightforward race, and that would be my prediction. I think we're going to see a little bit of chaos with a few safety cars and maybe some surprises on the podium. And if you have a prediction, let us know what you think is going to happen in the comments. Now let's have a look at the championship standings heading into this one. So Verstappen goes into this weekend with a chance to be champion at the end of it. Should Hamilton retire from the race, Verstappen will win the title if he finishes in second. If Verstappen wins the race, then he'll win the championship if Hamilton finishes 7th or lower. And if Verstappen wins the race and sets the fastest lap, then he'll win the title if Hamilton finishes 6th or lower. And then on the flip side, Hamilton can't win the title here, but if he wins the race and takes the fastest lap, with Verstappen finishing in second, then they'll head into the final race in Abu Dhabi level on points. And as both drivers and teams have said, a DNF this weekend would be absolutely disastrous, and on Hamilton's side it could actually cost him the championship. There are some other key battles to be settled in the Drivers' Championship. Charles Leclerc is now within 1 point of Lando Norris for best of the rest, and Sergio Perez still has a chance of overturning Valtteri Bottas in the fight for 3rd place. In the Constructors' Championship, things are even closer than they are in the Drivers'. Mercedes lead Red Bull by 5 points, and a 1-2 for Mercedes here, and if Red Bull suffer a disaster on race day, that could hand Mercedes the Constructors' Championship this weekend, but that one seems more likely to roll over to Abu Dhabi. The rest of the placings look pretty settled, with Ferrari having sprinted clear of McLaren, and Alpine's strong result in Qatar has handed them a sizable lead over AlphaTauri, so it really is just the top 2 places in the Constructors that look like they're yet to be settled. So what do you think? Are we going to see a new champion crown this weekend, or are things going to be left finely balanced heading into the last race of the season? Thanks for watching, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.